no, it ain't. Cause you just need to stop jumping the gun. Like, I don't know, bro. It's like,
how you call that jumping the gun though? He sent a song from the last album. Yeah, he sent a song for it. Then goddamn, when it's time to clear the song, he don't clear the song. So the song that make the album. Like, look,
he ain't clear.
Man, didn't clear it.
Yo, face! Yo, your face, please, with Durk on top!
Alright y'all, right now it's like a 20v1 going on in the music industry, and Young Thug is at the center of it. Now it all started at the hands of these new leaked jail audios that's been surfacing as of a few days ago. It's conversations of Young Thug speaking to various of his close friends, including 21 Savage and his girlfriend Mariah the Scientist. Now right now is one big mystery as to how these audios are being leaked, but one can only imagine that it can only come but from so many places. Now most people are pointing the finger at Gunna, stating that his team are the ones leaking these audios in attempts to destroy Young Thug's career, but while everyone's placing the blame on Gunna, I think there's another culprit that needs to be watched, and that's Rollo. Now if y'all remember, recently Thug and Rollo have gotten into it, and before the audios came out, Rollo threatened Young Thug, stating that he would expose something that he has in his phone if he continues playing with him. Then lo and behold, about a day later, here we have the first interrogation audio that dropped, and then just a slew of audios from his jail calls will follow almost immediately. Now I'm not saying Rollo is the one that leaked them, because we really don't know who, but that's just me observing everything leading up to the jail calls being leaked. One thing we do know for sure though, is that whatever or wherever these leaks came from, it started from the jailhouse itself. Clearly someone from the inside has ties to these audios being leaked, in which I don't know who or why someone would want to put their career on the line for this, but we do know it's almost guaranteed it came from the inside because no one else had access to these type of sensitive files. Now with that being said, if I was Thug, I would file a lawsuit ASAP because that's easy money. Now aside from all that, in one or two of these audios, Thug can be heard throwing shots at Lil Durk himself. In one audio he states that Lil Durk jumped the gun and he's part of the reason him and Gunna is actually beefing due to him calling him a rat and saying free Thug. In another audio, he will also state that Durk is basically just a clout chaser and he's only saying free him for attention because he didn't even clear a song that they done together, so he's been looking at him kind of funny. Now to Durk's defense in this situation, honestly, you could say that maybe Durk was chasing clout, or you could also say that him, along with everyone else in the world, witnessed what Gunna did in that courtroom and he felt it was snitching. So with him and Thug having a friendship, he felt it'd be a loyal thing to not do anything with Gunna on behalf of his relationship with Thug. But as you can see, the loyalty must have not have been mutual, or it's just been one-sided. Now of course, after the audios will go viral, OTF members will respond to them showing their support for Lil Durk, as one of the OTF members by the name of Twin would speak out via IG story as he would say, quote, "That N-word on them phones gossiping like a straight B-word." In another slide he would say, quote, "I'll never trust an N-word that put on makeup in a dress." Then in the last slide he would say, quote, "What case? You must send him up there today. And by the way, we don't accept money from rats." Now if you're wondering what he's been referring to in that last message, it's because Thug would send a message to OTF members after the audios went viral. He would say, quote, "All y'all new junkies in OTF, just know I'm the one sent Brian Steele to help him on my dime." Basically letting it be known that allegedly in this new case that Durk got, he sent his lawyer that helped him in the YSL trial, who goes by the name of Brian Steele, that we all seen him with and got him a good deal, and states that he himself paid for it, not Durk. Now I guess we'll just have to wait and see when the trial comes, which is in the next month or so, to see if Durk would be using him in the case, because as of right now, OTF Twin is saying it's cap. Plus, we do know that currently billion-dollar lawyer Drew Finland, who is the attorney for the Stars, is currently representing Durk, followed by other attorneys. Now unless something changed, I don't know, maybe Thug is referring to a different case that we don't know about, who knows. Now speaking of what OTF Twin had to say real quick, funny he says that he'll never trust an N-word, that put on makeup in the dress. However, Durk did. See what I'm saying? So I wonder, was he telling him that before when they was all kicking it? Or was he just not saying anything despite him not trusting someone that wears a dress and put on makeup? Now I bring that up because a lot of these guys be having yes men around, and that could lead to things like this. Clearly. So if you had a funny feeling and told Durk ahead of time, maybe we wouldn't have to hear Thug calling him a clout chaser, because they wouldn't have been that close, because you put him on. And not only that, but I couldn't help but realize that he says that they don't accept money from rats, which I'm sure would mean that they don't associate with them neither. But then I see that he's following Boston. Alright, never mind. Now, let's get into the audios. The first one is going to be of Thug having a convo with 21 Savage and basically stating that Durk is part of the reason him and Gunna fell out. And then the second audio is going to be of him calling Durk a clout chaser and speaking about him not clearing a record. Now, before we get into it again, one thing I realized is 21 Savage and Lil Durk have a good relationship, right? Friendship or whatever, so we seen. We seen that 21 Savage say that, you know, he was there with Durk when he found out that King Von was shot and unalived. Then we seen that he allegedly brought the Range Rover for Kayla B because she dated his brother. So why is he on the phone having these conversations with Young Thug? Now I know people are going to say, well, Young Thug is the one that said it, not 21 Savage, but don't tell me that somebody's talking about me. Tell me why they feel so comfortable telling you if you're my friend, right? But anyway, let's get into these audios. Y'all check this out.
Man, you and Jeffrey Williams in the car. It was a gun and drugs in the car. Was it yours?
He probably said that though, bro.
100%, but you.
That's the only part I don't agree with. I disagree with you on that. You bet I wrong, but that, like, it wasn't yours neither. It was the nigga who took the charge.
Yeah.
Cause I don't, in my heart, bro, I don't feel like Shawty did what he did with the intention of hurting you. You feel what I'm saying? I don't really get that vibe from him. I feel like he's just green. That's just my opinion.
I just look.
You know what happened? Alright, so let's break this down real quick, right? It's not that Gunna snitch. This is what people not understanding. And I know y'all gonna say, well, Hookah, you said he snitched. Let me break it down why. Right? There's a difference between pointing somebody out, yo, he snitched, he did this, and saying exactly what happened, right? And there's a difference when the judge asks you because you basically pleaded. And this is why they say if you have co-defendants on your case, you're not supposed to plea out unless it's a group effort. Because you got to remember, whenever you plea out, you're basically admitting guilt to the crime, right? So you're admitting guilt to the crime, making it harder for whoever don't want to plea out to say that there wasn't a crime committed. So when the judge says, you do have knowledge, right? You have knowledge that YSL is a gang and a music label, and you also have knowledge of the members doing crimes in furtherance of YSL the gang. Once you say yes, technically it's snitching, right? So this is why I say, y'all, leave the streets alone, because there's all type of codes and rules that the civilians won't understand. But when you're in the streets, you understand. But if you're not in the streets, you're not. It's all bad.
I damn sure was thinking about that one day, like, man, I'm just gonna goddamn, I ain't finna say nothing about this shit. I'm just woo. I might just be like, man, them folks did what they had to do. I don't feel like that was wrong. I swear to God, I was thinking about doing that before, but I'm like, what the hell, that's gonna change? Because I feel like it's really over with for your rap career. The album you put out might go #1, but that's it after that. You know what I'm saying? It's like on some real shit now. You
hold his career in your hand, bro. That's what I'm telling you. If you come out right now and tell the world what he did went wrong, because them folks already on the internet like, man, fuck all that. We rocking with them. Ever since he dropped that song, they like, man, we rocking with him. If you come out and tell the world that you was in agreement with that, his career ain't over. That's why I said, like,
I understand that part, but now.
See, alright, so now if y'all pay attention, what 21 Savage is saying is pretty smart. He's saying, yo, this is your artist. And at the end of the day, if you come out and say that you was in agreement with him doing what he did, people are not going to look at him in no way. And to be honest with you, that's what he should have did, because that's your artist regardless. If his career go down, you stop making money, right? But as you can see, Thug was saying, well, I was thinking about not saying nothing at all. And to be honest with you, that would have been the smartest thing for him to do. That's what I thought he was going to do. Let the internet say what they want to say and do what they want to do. That's cool. Because the internet is always going to do that. We all have our own opinions. There's a billion people on the internet. But as a boss, you're not supposed to come out and say anything, because now that messes up your money. Now, if he just don't care, that's another story. But what 21 Savage said was right.
Think about it, it's like you, Wham, Durk, Pluto, niggas who I really with, who like my brothers who already done like cut ties. Imagine that y'all already done cut ties with, and then I come and take and be on the side after they did what wrong. They can call me.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm slapping y'all in the face.
No, it ain't. Cause you need to stop jumping the gun. Just be like, I don't know, bro. It's like,
how you call that jumping the gun though?
Cause at the end of the day, saying what that's really finna get for real.
Oh, definitely.
Well, he's actually right. See, this is why it's always good to have two sides of the story. And to be honest with you, it don't sound like Thug. See, the internet is crazy. Because to be honest with you, it don't sound like Thug said that Durk jumped the gun in this clip. In the next audio, it's a little different. But in this clip right here, he didn't say that. It was 21 Savage that offered that said, yo, people jumped the gun. Young Thug was just basically saying, yo, y'all already scissored ties and cut ties with this man. So how would I look as y'all friend coming out and being like, oh, nah, I side with him? And he got a point, because you know what would happen if he did that? The public perception would have been like, oh, he taking his side and he don't rock with Future and 21 Savage and Durk and Baby and them. So it's like, you can't win. You can't win. But to be honest with you, when he says it from that point of view, it does make sense. So he was just put in a tight spot, to be honest with you, because it was one of those situations where damn if you do, damn if you don't. But I personally feel he shouldn't have said nothing, because we all know that 21 Savage, Baby, Durk, and Future is tied to Young Thug. So if they're not messing with Gunna, everyone's going to automatically assume that Thug isn't. See how that works? It's perception. So he really didn't have to say anything. He could have just sat back like the puppet master and just chill. And if they did rock with Gunna, he'll just make money off Gunna regardless. Or this could be a marketing scheme too, right? Because controversy sells. Remember, he still, if I'm not mistaken, he still owns part of Gunna. So when people pick sides and they want to support Gunna in order to get back at Thug and show their ties with, Gunna, he's still going to make money. So who knows? You never know in this industry, man. Anyway, let's check out the next audio clip. Y'all check this out.
What's up with the boy Durk? The boy Durk?
Yeah.
You need to make that boy Durk. I don't know. I need a lot of players for the boy too, though, when the boy career where it's supposed to be, man. Pluto, I would really like locked in with him, like get really with him, but I don't know, he acting a little different. I don't like that, man.
What you mean?
Like,
What he?
I done checked with you songs, and he just like, I know the show going right up on him, going right up. He just got down, taking his time,
Man, that's
4-5 days,
yeah.
10 days later, just like that looks like, man, he got going on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I already know.
like, man, he's too much for you, man. What's that, man?
Yeah.
He did that
Yeah,
on
when
the
this
last
shit
album.
dropped.
Yeah, I want them on
For
my
real?
last album. Yeah. He sent a
On the
song
pump.
he sent a song from the last album. Yeah, he sent a song for us. Then goddamn, when it's time to clear the song, he don't clear the song. The song that made the album. Like, look,
He ain't
like,
clear.
yeah, didn't clear the song.
What you mean ain't clear the song?
Yeah, he did. He worked out. Then you get on the internet, keep like, this and that, that kept, man. That'd be crazy, boy. You rapper hell, boy.
Oh, well, to be honest with y'all, he didn't say nothing wrong. He didn't. And you know what? Let me tell y'all, the internet is a very interesting place, man. And y'all gotta be careful because they could always spin something and make it more than what it is. To be honest with you, this just sounds like a conversation between boys. He not saying F Durk, right? As men, he like, yo, you didn't clear that song, right? You saying free me, but I done sent you plenty of songs that I wanted on my album, and you took forever to respond, so it never made the album, and then you never cleared songs, but yet you saying free me. It don't sound like he said anything wrong to me. And keep in mind, this just sounds like a conversation between the guys. The problem is some people be too sensitive. And they, like he said, like 21 Savage say, jump the gun. Now look, you got guys from OTF responding crazy, and it's probably just because the internet forced them to. But to be honest with you, to me, and y'all let me know in the comments, he didn't say anything wrong. He said the truth. Let me tell you, if they know that this man didn't claim this man didn't clear no songs, right? And he took forever, and he got proof and showing, yo, I done sent him this song, that song, and it never made the album, then what could you say? Simple, the man expressing how he feel. But the problem is, everybody's sensitive. But I found a tweet that's pretty interesting, and y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. One user would say, quote, Lil Durk stopped effing with Gunna for Thug. Called him a rat, said he won't perform What Happened to Virgil again since Gunna snitched on Thug, said free Thug many times. Whoever said Young Thug was the main problem, he was right. This N-word a snake, spider, and a rat. Now how ironic, y'all. What I always tell y'all on this platform, stay far away from anyone that got labels like snake, slime, shiesty, backdoor king, etc. Because whenever someone tell you who they are, believe them. Simple as that. The man literally tell y'all he's a slime, but on the flip side, Durk also called himself a snake, slime. The last time I remembered, he said Pooh shiesty, that's my dog, but Pooh, you know I'm really shiesty. Therefore, it's no sympathy here. They both slimes, snakes, and shiesty, so he just may have gotten out slimed this time. I should be a rapper. Now anyway, all jokes aside, man, actually the number one lesson here that we should all pay attention to is that all that slime, snake, shiesty stuff clearly don't get you nowhere besides being slimed out by your own people, or even worse, a jail cell or gravesite. Simple as that. And y'all should have known from when Thug came out and never said free Durk. Well, that was the first red flag. Clearly showing that he didn't care for Durk, if you ask me. But then again, he stated in the audio that he didn't tell Durk to do it anyway. So, I don't know, man. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think about all this. Hopefully we're not seeing the start of an Atlanta versus Chicago thing going on, because I can see it brewing now. Y'all jump in the comments and let us know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.